Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hello.
Sir?
Hi.
Quran?
Yes.
Okay. Hold on. You can read up to me, sir.
Okay.
I swear by the Almighty Allah
I swear by the Almighty Allah
that the evidence I shall give to this commission
that the evidence I shall be given to this commission
shall be the truth,
shall be the truth,
the whole truth,
truth,
and nothing
and nothing
but the truth.
but the truth.
So help me Allah.
So help me Allah.
Thank you. You can wait for further instructions.
Could you kindly state your full names, please?
My name is Muhammed Bazzi.
Where do you live?
Sorry.
Where do you live?
Tronquil.
Tranquil. Did you say tranquil?
Tronquil next to Sheraton Hotel.
What nationality do you hold?
I am Belgium nationality.
I'm sorry, you'll have to speak up, I can't hear you.
A Belgium nationality.
Are you also British?
I am Belgium and Lebanese.
Belgian and Lebanese. Would you like to sit down?
Thank you.
Mr. Bazzi, do you hold any other nationality apart from Belgian?
I have the Belgium passport. I used to have the British before the Belgium, but because I was living in Belgium for a long time, my business, so I take the Belgium nationality. Because the Belgium, I can give my family, the British, I was not be able to give my family.
You had to give up the British
Yes.
nationality. Do you hold a Gambian passport?
I have a diplomatic Gambian passport due to my position as a Consul General of the Gambia in Lebanon.
You are the Consul General of the Gambia in Lebanon.
Yes.
Are you partly resident in Lebanon?
Sorry?
Are you partly resident in Lebanon?
My residency mainly is in Belgium. I'm resident in Belgium, Antwerp, but I visit Lebanon between the two places.
When did you first come to the Gambia?
I came to the Gambia the first time is around 2000, end of 2001, early 2002.
What was the purpose of your visit?
The purpose of the visit was there was a friend of mine inviting us that the Gambia need a power generation. They have some shortage of electricity. And at that time, our company in Belgium, we was partnership with Deutsche Energy in Germany. And this was one of our core business.
Who was this friend? Was it Gambian?
The friend was Tariq Musa.
So what sectors have you been involved in Gambia?
In Gambia, we're involved in the electricity sector with NAWEC, and we are in petroleum business, importation of petroleum product, and we are in the storage, Gambian petroleum storage, and we are involved in flour mill, Gambian Milling Corporation with the American company. Those are the main one. We used to be involved in mining, but that was closed 3 years ago.
Can you list the companies that you have?
Our main company in Belgium is Global Trading Group. And the second company, the petroleum importation, is Euro-African Group. And we have the GAM Petroleum and the Gambia Milling Corporation.
What about Gambia Electric?
That's the Yeah, because that was closed, that's why I didn't mention. That's the GEG, Gambian Electrical Group, that was involved in energy sector, producing power.
When was it closed?
I think, if I'm not mistaken, 2014.
When you say it was closed, what do you mean? Was it liquidated?
That means we hand over the power station to NAWEC due to some financial problem. We have to hand that we made an agreement, and after the agreement, they have to pay us lot of areas. And after they pay the areas, the negotiation that we have to hand over the power station to them.
Which other company have you closed apart from GEG?
GEG, that's the one was closed. The second one we was having, that's the Gamico, the mining company. It's not been closed, but have some problem that we will come to that. I think we've been given order to hand over the company 2013, 2014.
Okay. Is there any other company that you closed since you came to Gambia in 2001?
2001, I didn't remember.
I can't remember.
No.
There's a company called WAD. What was it?
WAD?
WAD, yes.
Yes, WAD was a water company. That was doing with water. That's the company. We have done a project of water project in the Gambia.
Is it still current? Is it a...
I will check. I don't remember about that.
Now, you are a shareholder in a company called the Premier Company, which is the company in which you hold shares in Gambia. What is the company called? Premier
Investment Group.
What percentage of this company do you own?
If I'm not mistaken, 75%. 73 or 75, something like that.
We are going to today talk about the mining, your investment in the mining sector. That is, you mentioned a company called Gamico.
That's right.
How did you become involved in the mining sector?
Mining sector was not our business. But after there was a company here called Carnegie doing mining in Gambia. And this company was having problem. And after this company was having problem, they asked, and the company went out. We was being asked if we can interested on this sector to step in. We have stepped in on that time. We create this company called Gamico to take over that mining. We don't have any, that's not our business. We don't have no idea. That's why we create a new entity, which is Gamico, for that business.
Who asked you? You said you were asked. Who asked you?
The authority, let's say, that was been offered, that the government.
Who in the government?
The former president.
When did you first meet the former president?
Sorry?
When did you first meet the former president?
The first time was when I came here in 2001, when we came in for the electricity project. My partners, with his partner, they take me to, I have the chance to meet with him at that time. That was the first time.
That you met with him?
Yes.
Right. Now, let's come back to this mining. Did you approach the president to take over the mining, or did he call you to take over the mining operation?
I don't remember exactly who approached, if he approached me or I approached him, but I remember because we was having good reputation and they was asking us if we can step in to manage this. We explained that we will see into it. The reason, and we find that somebody who was working to Carnegie at that time is running the operation, and he was the guy bringing all the, let's say, the labor from China, doing all the operation, transportation, and all this mining. So At that time, we take over and we hand over the operation to Mr. Gattas, called Tony Gattas, based on arrangement.
You said Tony Gattas was doing what for Kanaji?
He was the operation on the ground that doing the transportation, and he knows all the detail. So based on that, we take this operation and hand over to him based on based in contract with percentage. We are giving him percentage on tonnage.
At the time you applied for a mining license.
Yes.
You had not yet incorporated the company Gamico. So I'd like to know whether you were involved in with Kanaji itself in any way.
Sorry, can you repeat your question? I'm sorry, yeah. My English little bit, I'm sorry if I can bother you sometime to repeat the question.
That's fine, I'll speak more slowly. I'll show you a document.
Yes.
And this document is dated, it's a letter from Gamico, dated 18th March 2008. Can you show the witness? Let's say it's from bundle GE03. This letter, dated 18 March 2008, it's on the letterhead of Gamico.
Yes.
Whose signature is that, by the way?
This signature was the managing director of the company called Manhal Awedat.
I see. All right. Now, on the 18th March, you applied to the geology department. At least Gamico applied to the geology department.
Yes, madam.
But what I would like you to explain is that your memorandum and articles of association showed that you were actually incorporated on the 19th of March 2008. So I'd just like you to explain the circumstances of your then applying, because it seems you applied before the company came into existence. So just to clarify.
Sorry, what you're trying to say, madam, that
I just want to understand the circumstances, because you know at this time the government had an issue with Kanaji which led to some substantial court cases.
Yes.
So I would like to understand your involvement in this matter.
No, about this document, you said one document was...
Yes, the letter applying for a mining license
18
is
March.
the one dated 18 March.
Yes.
From Gamico. But Gamico was incorporated on the 19th March.
So
Could you clarify?
So I have 1 day difference between the letter
so
and...
It seems. So it seems. Okay. So was there any reason why? What were the circumstances?
No, really, I don't have no reason.
You don't know?
If you want me to check about this, I will.
Okay. Were you involved in the termination of the Kanaji license?
No, not at all.
You assisted the Gambia government in identifying a law firm to represent them.
That's true.
And you paid legal fees.
That's true.
Why?
A gentleman came to me to the consulate in Lebanon, which is from Maya Brown.
Called?
It's called Danny.
Okay.
From Maya Brown Law Firm. At that time, he explained to me that was a case by Kenergy arbitration in London against the Gambian government. And he willing to take that case if I can introduce him to the authority in the Gambia to defend. As my duty as a Consul General, I said I was not aware about this, but it's my duty. I will introduce you to the Gambia to be able to help you on that matters. I bought the gentleman. He came to Gambia. I think he met with the authority who is in charge at that time, Solicitor General or and the president also, the former president, know about this, and they was asking me after I take over the mining, so to pay this law firm, because there was the government at that time said they will not be able to do, and this is to do with the mining, so we as Gamico to take care of that payment.
That you should pay the lawyer because you were mining.
That's true.
Because you had taken over Carnegie?
Not Carnegie, we just take over the mining as a new company.
Okay. Right. Now it appears from the records that we have that you had not applied for an exploration license. You were just given a mining license without first applying for an exploration license, which would be the normal process. Could you explain why?
I don't have no idea. We asked at that time when we start the company, we applied to geology department, and the license they are giving to us, that's the mining license, as nobody was telling us we need the exploration license.
I see. Your application states following some positive results which were obtained from analysis done on some sand samples taken from Gambia, and after intensive research in the heavy minerals field in the country, we are hereby applying for a license for exploration, mining, and export of sand in Gambia. However, as I said, you were not given an exploration license. You were giving a mining license straight away. Do you have any records of any of the intensive analysis that had been carried out? Did you submit any records? Because we couldn't find that in the records.
You know, the problem we have with this mining, I have some record to show you. Every few months they used to stop us. They give us an order, stopping mining. And even the last time, 2013, they collect all our documents. NIA, they came and collect all the documents from our office when we stopped finally the mining. They collect all the documents. Even the arrest one of our accountant, which has to leave the country with even his laptop. They all the documents. We will keep asking them after that, please, we need this record for other things to be done, to finalize some issues with taxes and others, and they never hand over back the document to us. We will be appreciated if you will be able to give back some of these documents to give you all this.
My question, Mr. Bazzi, was in regard to the basis for your being issued a license, which, according to your application, said that you had done some intensive research, which we could not find in the geology files. And I'd just like you to confirm whether actually you had done any research as indicated in that application and submitted it to the geology department.
Yes, for sure we have done that, madam.
You had done research of that.
We even bought some expertise from outside, which is...
As at the date of your application?
Yes, and those people, we paid a lot of money for them, and they give us a lot of analysis. Most of this, they have them with the NIA files.
And you're saying this would be in the documents that you handed over to,
yes,
to the NIA? Now, when you were given the license, you took over a stockpile of HMC, which is heavy mineral concentrate, that Carnegie had left behind. According to geology department, this was about 35,000 tons. What happened to that stockpile?
When we take over, I know was some stockpile, but the quantity I don't remember and I don't recall what was there. What we used to do, whatever we produce, normally only for 4 or 5 months, because during rain season you cannot.
No, I'm talking about the stockpile that you found there, which you, according to the records, were exported by your company, Gamico.
Yes, we have export.
You exported it.
For sure.
So what happened to that money, the proceeds? Because you know those proceeds did not belong to Gamico, they belong to Kanaji. And Gambia government has a substantial bill in regard to the termination of the Kanaji license.
The Kanaji license, that's not part of me. I don't understand exactly what was, but I know the
No,
only...
I'm just talking about the stockpile.
The stockpile, I don't remember what's the tonnage or what this,
Okay.
we will go back to this, but whatever we find, yes, that was being exported, an
Yes.
account all was being given 100% for this.
We don't have an account for this 35 tons. If you do have an account...
We have an account, when we have the account they have for all the mining, from day one we take over the mining till the last day, whatever tonnage we have done, exactly to the last ton, and whatever that has been paid, I know reality has been paid and others.
Mr. Bazzi, I'd just like you to separate the two. I know you started mining later in the year, well after the license was actually given. But this 35,000 stock was on the grounds left by Kanaji. And
I will
it was
check.
exported, yes.
I will 35.
Yes, the commission would require that you confirm.
Okay. To confirm
the exportation of it and the money that was realized and what happened to the money.
To confirm the pile was there when...
It was there. We have confirmed that it was there. And Kanaji actually was part of the Kanaji claim against the Gambia government that there was a stockpile which had been taken over by Gamico. Just confirm to us what happened to the proceeds of the stockpile.
Okay.
All right. Now, you took over all the equipment that Kanaji left behind, all the machinery, equipment. They were treated by the Gambia government as kind of abandoned, but you used them in order to start your own operations. What was the arrangement for the use by Gamico of the Kanaji equipment that was left behind?
When we take over, the allowing us to use this equipment was there. Some of this equipment was absolute, because time was being stopped. We have to bring our own equipment. We have to bring spare parts for all equipment to become working again. So we invest in equipment also, and spare part and all these things on this equipment there.
Well, I don't doubt that you would have had to make some investment, but
Yes.
The facts are quite clear that all the machinery, everything that Kanaji left behind, you took over. Meetings were held actually at the level of the office of the president. What I would, if you don't know the answer, I would like you to, of course, confirm, because I appreciate that you had people running the company. But what I would like to know, since you were the one responsible really, because it was you who set up a company to take over, what was the arrangement for taking over the equipment that Kanaji left behind, if there was an arrangement?
We take over some of this equipment who still have use, but some of the equipment, most of them, there was obsolete. Even the equipment Kanaji have, there was not that, let's say, a huge investment of equipment. There was mainly, there was this sea, like those sea, normally drainage who taking the sun out of the waters, and all this spiral was something that's not that expensive. But most of the vehicle they have there, some of them they were stolen, some of them was been taken, so we have to replace all those.
Well, the evidence that we have is that the Kanaji did leave substantial equipment. And the reason why it's substantial is because even the arbitrators came to the conclusion that the government of the Gambia has to pay Kanaji $1,140,000 US. This is in regard to damages for the equipment that was seized by the Gambia from Kanaji. So you see, the equipment could not have been scrapped according to the arbitrators. And unfortunately for the government of the Gambia, this is the award the government has with regard to the equipment. And that's why it's very important for us to know what arrangement you had. You were a private company, and you did take over this equipment from Carnegie from 2008 when you started until 2014, the equipment were under your custody.
The equipment, we never took equipment, let's say, from Carnegie. What we take from the government, from the geology department. They are the one allowing us to use this equipment.
Yes, what was the arrangement? Surely you're a private company. It could not have been for free because we have a bill to pay. So what was there an arrangement?
I was paying the lawyer's fee. That was the lawyers I paid for the arbitration was paid by Gamico. That's part of the arrangement.
That's
plus plus the money we was paying the royalty for the geology department.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bazzi. You were paying royalty because your license say you should pay royalty, you should pay surface tax, you should pay training fees. It's all in your license, and that's exactly what you paid.
Exactly.
Now, you're a businessman. This was equipment that you found. You know, ordinarily, if you didn't have equipment, you would have had to lease the equipment to use. So you could not expect to use that equipment for free. So what I would like you to do, maybe you did not avert your mind to it, is to maybe when you come back, which you will do tomorrow, find out whether there was an arrangement. Because if there wasn't, then we would like to know. Because somebody has to be responsible for this 1,140,000. And the equipment right now is scrap value because of the time that has elapsed.
Believe me, I understand. Most of the equipment when we take over was already scrap. We can be able to produce that also, the equipment we have bought and the spare part to bring back this equipment to play.
Unfortunately, the arbitrators had a different view. And they thought they have held that the equipment value is $1,140,000 US. So
maybe they take that value when this equipment was new, when Carnegie started the mining.
Well, you'd appreciate that whatever they are thinking, the result for the government is that it has to pay this amount. So that's why we would like you to come back on it. Now, the license also said just a few other issues on the license. The license said